Welcome back. It's been a fortnight. For you, at least. So today, we are turning around, looking behind us, and taking one step back.
I tried. There was a bookshelf there. We aren't doing that.
So as with all other games during the month of the Otter, this game was selected because I already knew I loved it. August is my month to just play games that I know I'm going to enjoy.
And I went to it terrified, because I was terrible at this game when I was younger.
I was always great at it. It's absurdly easy to me.
I never beat it before.
I actually have to play it without playing it to the best of my abilities, because if I play it using my full brain power, there's some little oversights that they left in there that make the game too easy.
Not counting the one glitch, I still had a bit of difficulty with some of it.
The way the game works is, for the beginning of the game, you need to get to the exit, having moved around enough to light up the exit door. As you move, the exit door fills up, but as you move, past versions of yourself that will copy every step that you took also come out of the beginning portal. You need to get to the end portal without touching another copy of yourself, or else you'll explode and go back to the beginning. When you get to the middle point of the game, the whole way through it's talking about looking at your past and trying to avoid mistakes that you've already made, do things again in the right way. And then at the middle point it's unavoidable and important. You touch the yellow orb, you spin around, and now you have to collect all of your past selves. Which on some maps, if you did not plan ahead for this, I still think is actually impossible.
I can say this was a royal pain in the ass.
I think on some maps you really have to have planned ahead, and there's one map in particular where it's got some verticality to it, and it's the only one with a death plane at the bottom. I don't think that one was designed very well.
Yet it was not the one that I sat in the longest trying to get it right on the way back through.
So,
because I didn't know the second half of this game existed, I'd never gotten there.
So for me, I actually remembered every single move that I needed to do to perfectly get through the game without cheating. So I might not be a very good person to give an opinion at the moment. Why don't you give feedback for the beginning of this?
Honestly, for the first times I've been playing through this, I had never realized that simply using the, what I like to call the thou shalt not walk left method is highly effective here. Just making little tiny hops gives you so much time on both sides to get the thing built up, and then on the way back you're like, and I can collect all of you by running in a straight line. I had not realized that the first time. I'm not sure it's really how it was intended to be played either.
I consider it a built-in exploit. There are two ways that you can get a lot. That's one, actually the more dangerous way, but even easier way, is to very quickly flicker back and forth in place so that your guy is essentially taking a half a step, turning, taking half a step, turning, taking half a step, turning, taking half a step, turning. And if you do that continuously, and then when your little guy is about to make it to you, shift just barely 2 steps to the right and then do that again perfectly, your bar will fill up unbelievably fast before you're even halfway through the level.
I can't mash, so that is an almost physical impossibility for me.
So it can still work if you do it on larger back and forths, and it still builds it up really fast.
Yeah.
I prefer not to do it that way most levels, because it wasn't the way the levels were intended to be done, but it can be done.
I remembered not being able to really beat them, so I just went with that for the most part.
So then which level did you get stuck on going backwards?
Going backwards, I got stuck on the hourglass. Because to get through that one, had this nice perfect jump right over the entrance as someone was coming out. So on the way back through, I had to perfectly time my jumps to get the guy coming out of the door's head and the guy jumping over the door's legs.
Well, where did you go about the hourglass?
Down the hourglass, up the side, over, down the hourglass, up the side with the exit into the exit.
Fair. Hourglass is one of the only ones where I use the back and forth. Essentially, going down the side, if you continuously do hops all the way down the side, you should only have to do 3 back and forth sections of
I have enough trouble wall jumping accurately up all that. Because it essentially requires mashing, and we've discussed how bad I am at that. It's why I had a hard time beating Darksiders.
So then, I would recommend the game.
Oh, I would too. It's actually very enjoyable now that I know it is beatable. I was just at it.
It has absolutely gorgeous music, thought-provoking themes, good gameplay, a strong concept, but it's still simple. It is everything that I could want out of a Flash game to just spend 30 minutes of my life on.
I will say one complaint. I had this glitch. I saw a couple other comments about it. When you take the yellow orb, when you go back through the door and start into the first of the second half's levels, sometimes the extra U's will not show up. And you have to restart the game and go back to there.
Really? I've never had that glitch.
It happened to me. I saw one of the 5 highest upvoted comments on Congregate had it. It is a thing that apparently sometimes happens.
Interesting. I've played the game 40 or 50 times and I've never had that happen.
It might be just certain computers or browsers just don't feel like doing it sometimes. It could just be an occasional glitch in the Flash player. I don't know. I just know I experienced it. I considered not beating the second half, but no. I should. This is Otter's month. I don't want to mess him up that much. I'm going, oh no, I didn't beat it. Didn't feel like it. It kind of got halfway through and went, you're done. And I went, alright, whatever.
I have stopped playing games on the show for that reason.
But you usually give it a second try at least.
True. So, I cannot recommend this game hard enough. I think that'll probably be a theme for the month, but go out and give it a try.
I would agree to a point. I would recommend it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an amazing game, but it's a pretty good game. Pretty good. It's a good game.
So we will see you next month with certain things unlocked.
Mm-hmm.